What's going on YouTube? Today I got a brand new YouTube video for you guys, and as you guys read from today's YouTube title, we're going to be unboxing the brand new Apple iPhone 14 Pro Max in the gold color. This is the 512GB version. There are 4 different versions: the 128, 256, 512, and a 1TB versions of the iPhone 14 Pro. We here have the Pro Max. In the Pro versions of the iPhones, there are 4 colors to choose from. There's a deep purple, a gold, a silver, and a space black. This one is the gold one. So let's get right into it and open up this phone. So there's not many major things different from the iPhone 14 Pro Max that the iPhone 13 Pro Max doesn't already have, but some cool things that the iPhone 14 does have that the 13 does not is the dynamic island, which will be like this instead of just the black notch right here that's typically on the top of the 13s. So here, right off the bat, we have the 14 Pro Max, right, opening the box just like this. It looks more of like a lighter white color, but it is in fact a gold color once you look at it in person. It looks like a very nice light gold. So then we have the nice slim packaging here, and of course it doesn't include the cube for charging, so you will have to buy that separately. Fortunately, I do have a couple of those, so I wouldn't have to purchase another one of those, but it does come with the lightning to USB-C cable here, and then it also comes with the design by Apple, which is typical for all Apple products. You no longer need a physical SIM card. So with the new iPhone 14s, the physical SIM card will no longer be used on the iPhones. So as you guys can see, there's no more slots on the side of the phone. Now they will be using eSIMs for setting up your phone. And then of course, the typical Apple sticker. Let's put this to the side for now. Go ahead and take off the protective cover off of the screen. Just like that. And then right here we can kind of see, I don't know if I can kind of focus the camera to be able to see this. It looks like a little island right there and then a camera right next to it. Let's go ahead and turn on the phone. With the new iPhone 14 Pro Max, you also get the always on display. Similar to the new series of Apple Watches. Let's go ahead and open it up. Let's get it set up. English, United States. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get this phone set up and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so here we have the iPhone 14 Pro Max fully set up. It is all set up and everything's all transferred onto the new phone from my old phone, the 13 Pro Max. So here it is, the physical form of the 14 Pro Max. It looks literally exactly the same as the 13 Pro Max. I did try to put the 13 Pro Max case onto the 14 Pro Max, and it does seem to be just a little bit more like taller right here on the edge. It doesn't quite fit the case of the 13 Pro Max, so we'll have to be getting a 14 Pro Max case specifically for this one, so keep that in mind when purchasing the 14 Pro Max. Another huge difference between the 13 and the 14 is that now they have this dynamic island here at the top. So for example, like when your AirPods connect or when you turn off or on your ringer, look what happens here at the top. You guys can see it now shows up like that. Same thing with the ringer. You turn it off or on, it now shows up like that. And it kind of transforms different shapes also, like if you're doing Face ID, the island will turn more into like a square. Also, the display of the 14 Pro Max is up to 2 times brighter in sunlight, which makes it a lot easier to see in direct sunlight. A huge major difference between the 13 and the 14 Pro Max is just how safe this phone is. Say you're out in the mountains hiking and you lose data, right? You're out in the mountains, there's not good data, and you don't get really good signal. So you can't really call nobody, you can't really text anybody because your phone just doesn't get any signal. So Apple has created a way to be able to text emergency services when you're out in the mountains or somewhere where you just don't get signal. And that is done by your phone connecting to satellites. Instead of connecting to cell towers, they connect to satellites. So you get peace of mind when you're off the grid and you don't have cell service or Wi-Fi. Your iPhone still lets you text emergency services. Another cool thing about the 14 Pro Max and also the new Apple Watches is the ability of crash detection, which calls for help when you can't. So the iPhone 14 Pro can detect a severe car crash, then it can call 911 all by itself and notify your emergency contacts whenever it notices a severe car crash. The camera got an upgrade too with a 48 megapixel main camera and up to 4 times the resolution for jaw-dropping cropping. With the new cameras, you also get up to 3 times better low light photos on the ultra wide camera. You get up to 2 times better low light photos on the main camera and up to 2 times better low light photos on the telephoto camera. Now cinematic mode also lets you shoot at 4K HDR at 25 frames a second, and the phone also has really good stabilization. So if you're off-roading or you're just running or anything like that and you're recording, your phone gets really nice stabilization. So this iPhone 14 Pro Max has the new A16 Bionic chip, which is the mastermind behind it all. And not only that, but you get a battery that lasts all day. Up to 29 hours video playback on the iPhone 14 Pro Max, up to 23 hours video playback on the iPhone 14 Pro, and you can even add a MagSafe charger for faster wireless charging. And those are the main big components of the iPhone 14 Pro Max compared to the older ones. I would say personally, if you have a 13 Pro Max, switching to the 14 Pro Max may not be the best idea just because they are so similar. But I mean, if you have the extra money lying around and you really want one, why not? Just go ahead and get one. It's an amazing phone and it's still the same price as the 13 Pro Max. So overall, I'd say this phone is a great phone. Definitely something upgrading from like an older phone. It would be a huge upgrade. So yeah, if you guys do have any questions or anything of that nature, make sure to comment them down below and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like down below, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and check out my other videos. I have other videos of iPhone unboxings, Apple Watch unboxing, and just other cool tech products. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.